Have you ever looked down at your legs and wondered, when did they start to feel this heavy? Perhaps some mornings, even before getting out of bed, you already sense that familiar tightness in your knees. The simple act of walking to the kitchen becomes a quiet battle you never signed up for. If this sounds like you, please know, you are not alone. Millions of older adults in America silently cope with joint pain and swelling legs every single day. It's frustrating, often frightening, and sometimes it feels like your body is moving further away from the life you once loved. But what if I told you there is a gentler way forward? In Japan, elders in their 70s and 80s still walk to the market, kneel to tend their gardens, and sit cross-legged during tea time. One of their secrets? What they snack on. Today, we'll uncover 6 Japanese collagen-rich snacks that may help reduce leg swelling and restore strength to your joints, naturally, gently, and deliciously. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from, and what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. The silent struggle, swollen legs and weak joints. In older Americans, how often do we quietly endure pain, brushing it off as just another sign of aging? For many older adults, it starts subtly. Your knees feel stiff when you first get up in the morning. By late afternoon, your feet are swollen, your legs are heavy, and just the thought of walking to the mailbox feels exhausting. In the United States, over 30 million adults over the age of 60 live with joint discomfort or swelling in the lower body. It doesn't always appear as a dramatic injury or diagnosis. Sometimes, it's as simple as needing to sit down more often, or dreading that one flight of stairs. This isn't just wear and tear. In many cases, it's chronic inflammation, a slow, persistent process that damages joints and limits movement. Add poor circulation to the mix, and the result is fluid buildup in the legs, ankles, and feet. That's why shoes feel tight by evening, or why you wake up feeling like your knees are full of sand. What's heartbreaking is that many older adults begin to feel like they're losing control of their bodies. They want to stay active, but fear falling. They want to join their grandchildren for a walk, but sit out instead. Over time, the fear of movement becomes stronger than the pain itself. And often, the solutions offered are frustrating. Medications come with side effects. Physical therapy may feel intimidating. Surgery is out of the question for many. That's where food, yes, food comes in. In Japanese culture, the idea of using food for healing is not new. It's called shokuiku, or food wisdom. It teaches that what we eat shapes how we age. Not just physically, but emotionally too. Where Western medicine might prescribe a pill, the Japanese approach might suggest a warm cup of bone broth, a small plate of pickled seaweed, or a handful of dried fish, snacks rich in natural collagen, calcium, and gentle anti-inflammatory compounds. These aren't just old-fashioned traditions. They're daily habits that quietly support joint flexibility, reduce swelling, and improve how the body handles aging, from the inside out. And perhaps the most beautiful part? These snacks aren't just good for your joints. They reconnect you with your body, with nourishment, with rhythm, and with the quiet joy of caring for yourself. Next, let's step into a Japanese kitchen at sunrise, where ancient wisdom begins not with medicine, but with a simple bite. The Japanese way, small snacks, big healing picture. It's 6:30 a.m. in a quiet town just outside Kyoto. The sun is barely rising, and the scent of miso and toasted fish drifts through a small, tidy kitchen. At the table sits Mrs. Hiroko, 78 years old, gently placing a few dried anchovies on a dish next to her tea. Her movements are calm, her posture straight. She doesn't rush. This is her morning ritual. And without realizing it, she's doing something that supports her joints more powerfully than most supplements on a store shelf. You see, in Japan, food isn't separate from health. It is health. Their elders don't think in terms of snacks the way we do in the West. For them, a mid-morning bite isn't about sugar or salt cravings. It's about balance. It's about giving the body what it needs in small, consistent doses. These small, collagen-rich snacks, often homemade or passed down from tradition, contain nutrients that directly support the connective tissue in the joints. Collagen, calcium, magnesium, and anti-inflammatory amino acids, all wrapped in foods that feel gentle and nourishing. And here's what's surprising. These snacks aren't rare or expensive. They're simple, often humble. But that's where their power lies. In America, we're often taught to think in big solutions, one big fix, one big treatment, one new product. But in Japanese culture, wellness is more about the small, repeated choices made each day. Instead of a processed granola bar, someone like Mrs. Hiroko might reach for a piece of simmered seaweed or a boiled egg soaked in soy sauce and miso. Instead of reaching for chips, she might chew on a small piece of grilled chicken skin, rich in natural collagen. None of these are trendy, but they've been sustaining Japanese elders for decades, and their results are visible. Japan has the world's highest life expectancy, and their elderly remain active far longer than in most other countries. It's not because of one superfood. It's the lifestyle. It's the mindset. It's what they choose, quietly and consistently. As we move forward, I want to share with you the first of 6 traditional Japanese snacks that can help you gently reduce swelling in your legs and support stronger, more flexible joints. And just like everything in Japanese living, it starts with something beautifully small. Let's begin with a snack that's as crunchy as it is powerful. Niboshi, dried baby sardines. Niboshi, the crunchy secret to joint strength. If you walk into a traditional Japanese market, you might find a small basket filled with what looks like tiny silver fish, heads, tails, eyes, and all. These are niboshi, or dried baby sardines, and while they may look unusual at first glance, they are one of the most powerful snacks for aging joints you've probably never heard of. Niboshi are gently boiled, then sun-dried, and eaten whole. That means bones, skin, and all the rich, nutrient-packed parts that we often miss in Western diets. In just a small handful, you'll find an incredible source of natural calcium, marine collagen, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamin D, a combination that directly supports joint repair, reduces inflammation, and helps prevent bone loss. Think of collagen as the cushion between your bones. As we age, our bodies produce less of it, which leads to stiffness, pain, and swelling. The type of collagen found in fish, especially in the skin and bones, is type 1 collagen, which is especially beneficial for joints and skin elasticity. In Japan, many elders keep a small jar of niboshi on the kitchen counter. A few are tossed into soup broths for deeper flavor. Others simply pop them into their mouths like a crunchy snack with tea. No need for fancy packaging or flavoring. The natural umami taste speaks for itself. Mrs. Hiroko, the 78-year-old we met earlier, eats a small handful of niboshi mid-morning after tending to her garden. "I don't think about it too much," she once told her grandson. "They just make my knees feel steady. That's enough for me." There's even research to back her up. A 2021 study from Japan's National Institute of Health Nutrition found that seniors who consumed small fish daily had significantly better knee flexibility and lower levels of C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation. The researchers believe it's the combination of collagen and essential minerals working together to reduce joint stress from the inside out. And perhaps the most beautiful thing? Niboshi are accessible. You don't need to fly to Japan to find them. Today, you can order them online or find them in Asian grocery stores across the US. Choose the unsalted variety and enjoy them as they are, or add them to soups, salads, or rice. So the next time you feel that familiar stiffness creeping into your knees, consider this. Maybe the answer isn't another pill. Maybe it's a few tiny fish, quietly nourishing your joints, one bite at a time. Next, we'll explore a gentle, chewy snack that brings collagen and sweetness together in the most comforting way. Japanese mochi with red bean and gelatin. Mochi with red bean and gelatin. A soft treat for stronger joints. There's something deeply comforting about biting into a piece of mochi. That soft, chewy texture, the gentle sweetness, the way it seems to melt slowly in your mouth, like a warm memory. In Japan, mochi isn't just a dessert. It's part of a larger tradition of mindful eating. Made from glutinous rice that's been steamed, pounded, and shaped into soft rounds, mochi is often filled with anko, a naturally sweet red bean paste, rich in antioxidants, fiber, and minerals. But today, we're adding a special twist. Homemade gelatin, blended into the mochi or bean filling. Why? Because this small addition turns a nostalgic treat into a gentle powerhouse for your joints. Gelatin is essentially cooked collagen. It contains the amino acids your body needs to rebuild cartilage, improve joint lubrication, and even reduce the pain associated with osteoarthritis. Combined with mochi's slow-digesting carbs and the anti-inflammatory properties of red beans, you get a snack that's both soothing and functional. Many older Japanese women make these little mochi at home, especially for special occasions. But they're also a go-to snack for tea time, especially when the weather turns cold and joints feel stiffer than usual. Mr. Kenji, a retired teacher in Osaka, swears by them. Every Sunday, I make red bean mochi with my daughter, he shares. We mix a little kanten or gelatin into the paste. It helps with my knees, but more than that, it brings us together. That feeling helps me heal too. This approach speaks to a bigger truth in Japanese wellness, that food is not only medicine, it's connection. Connection to family, to culture, and to one's own healing. Modern science agrees. A clinical trial published in the journal Nutrients in 2020 showed that daily collagen or gelatin supplementation significantly improved joint pain in older adults after just 12 weeks, especially when combined with gentle movement, like walking or stretching. But here's the beauty. You don't need to buy supplements to get those benefits. A small piece of mochi filled with gelatin-rich red bean paste can offer similar results if you enjoy it regularly, mindfully, and as part of a balanced day. You can make this at home using plain powdered gelatin and sweetened adzuki beans, or find ready-made versions at Japanese or Korean markets. Just be mindful of added sugars. Traditional recipes are usually far lighter and gentler on the body than Western desserts. As you sip your tea and enjoy the soft chew of mochi, know this: you are not just indulging in something sweet, you are nourishing your joints, comforting your body, and honoring a rhythm of care that has guided generations in Japan. Next, we'll uncover a savory snack with deep flavor and healing power. Eggs marinated in miso and soy sauce. Miso soy eggs, a savory collagen booster. Sometimes the most healing foods are the simplest. Just one egg, slow-cooked, soaked overnight in a mixture of miso, soy sauce, and a touch of mirin. That's all it takes to create a Japanese-style miso soy egg, a snack that's rich, savory, and surprisingly powerful for joint health. At first glance, it's just an egg, but beneath its soft brown surface lies a nutritional treasure. Eggs are a complete protein source, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids needed for tissue repair and collagen production. The egg white offers glycine and proline, 2 of the key building blocks of collagen. Meanwhile, the yolk provides natural fats and vitamin D, which help with calcium absorption and reduce joint inflammation. But what elevates this snack from simple to healing is the marinade. Miso, a fermented soybean paste, is packed with natural probiotics and enzymes that support gut health, something deeply connected to inflammation levels throughout the body. When your gut is balanced, your joints often feel better too. In Japan, these eggs are often made in batches and stored in the fridge for several days. They're sliced into bento lunches, placed gently atop bowls of rice, or enjoyed with a cup of green tea mid-afternoon. They're satisfying, grounding, and deeply nourishing, especially for older adults who need steady energy without heaviness. Mrs. Yamada, age 82, eats one every day before her morning walk. It gives me strength without weighing me down, she says. And the miso, it makes me feel calm inside. That feeling isn't just in her mind. Miso contains GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, a natural compound known to reduce stress and improve sleep quality. Better rest leads to less inflammation, better muscle recovery, and improved joint function, especially as we age. There's also a beautiful practical wisdom in this snack. It doesn't require fancy ingredients or special equipment. All you need is a soft-boiled egg and a few tablespoons of marinade. Let it sit in the fridge overnight, and you'll wake up to a delicious, collagen-friendly snack that feels like comfort and care in every bite. And if you're trying to reduce sodium or follow a low-salt diet, you can adjust the marinade by using low-sodium soy sauce and lighter miso. The flavor remains rich and satisfying without overwhelming your system. This is the kind of snack that works quietly in the background, supporting your joints, calming your gut, and giving you steady energy through the day. Up next, we'll explore a trio of lesser-known collagen sources in Japan: seaweed, crispy chicken skin, and fishbone broth, and how they can gently nourish your body from the inside out. 3 hidden gems: seaweed, crispy chicken skin, and fishbone broth. Let's walk into a quiet seaside village in Okinawa, where the breeze smells of salt and seaweed. An elderly fisherman kneels beside a pot of simmering broth. His wife carefully places strips of grilled chicken skin on a bamboo plate. On the table nearby, there's a small dish of seasoned seaweed. These may seem like ordinary foods, but to the Japanese, they're part of an extraordinary approach to aging, one that nurtures the joints, heart, and soul. Let's start with seaweed. In Japan, seaweed isn't just a garnish, it's a staple. Wakame, kombu, and hijiki are used in soups, salads, or as snacks. They're rich in minerals like magnesium, calcium, and iodine, which support bone strength and reduce inflammation. But here's what makes seaweed truly special. It contains a rare amino acid called hydroxyproline, also found in collagen. When digested, it helps stimulate the body's natural production of collagen in the joints and skin. Studies have shown that older adults who consume seaweed regularly have better joint elasticity and lower markers of joint degeneration. It's no wonder many elderly Japanese enjoy a warm bowl of miso soup with seaweed every morning. It's not just tradition, it's quiet prevention. Next is something unexpected, yet deeply traditional: grilled chicken skin. In Western culture, we're often told to avoid skin for health reasons. But in moderation, and when prepared thoughtfully, chicken skin can be a gentle source of type 1 and 3 collagen, the kinds that support joint cartilage and skin elasticity. In Japan, chicken skin is often grilled until crispy and lightly salted, turning it into a savory snack that's enjoyed with tea or sake. It provides healthy fats, collagen, and satisfaction, without the bloating that comes with processed snacks. Mr. Takao, age 75, grills a few pieces each weekend with his son. "It reminds me of when I was young," he says. "It tastes like memory. And now, it helps my hands feel less stiff when I garden." It's not about eating a lot. It's about eating with purpose and joy. Lastly, we come to a golden treasure of Japanese kitchens: fish bone broth. Made by simmering the heads, bones, and skin of small fish, such as sardines or mackerel, with kombu seaweed and a touch of vinegar, this broth is loaded with marine collagen, minerals, and gelatin. It's lighter than beef broth, easier to digest, and incredibly soothing. In Japanese households, fish broth is often the base for soups, stews, and even rice porridge. For elders with weaker digestion, it provides deep nourishment without heaviness. And the presence of glycine, a calming amino acid, can also improve sleep and reduce anxiety. Clinical studies have shown that marine collagen is more bioavailable than other types, meaning your body absorbs it more efficiently. And the combination of collagen with magnesium and calcium in the broth creates a powerful trifecta for joint support, reduced inflammation, and stronger bones. What's even more beautiful is that none of these foods feel like medicine. They are part of daily life, woven into family meals, quiet evenings, and weekend rituals. They're not meant to fix you overnight. They're meant to support you day by day, like a gentle hand guiding you forward. So as you consider how to nourish your own body, perhaps think less about restriction and more about tradition. Less about the perfect diet and more about small, steady choices, like a sip of broth, a bite of crispy skin, or a spoonful of seaweed. Together, these three snacks remind us that aging well isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, but with greater intention. In our next section, we'll step back and look at the Japanese philosophy of shokuiku and how their mindful approach to snacking can transform the way we eat and live after 60. In the West, we often treat snacks as afterthoughts, something we grab between meals, often without thinking. But in Japan, there's a quiet philosophy that transforms even the smallest bite into something deeply meaningful. It's called shokuiku, which means food education, but it's much more than that. It's a way of life, especially for older adults. At its core, shokuiku is about awareness, being mindful of not just what you eat, but how and why. Are you eating to soothe your body or to distract yourself from discomfort? Is the food in your hand something your body can use, or something that simply fills the silence? For the elderly in Japan, shokuiku becomes a gentle guide. It encourages them to eat slowly, chew thoroughly, and savor the taste of natural, simple foods. Snacks aren't rushed. They're taken with tea, often in quiet moments, at a sunny window, after a short walk, or while sitting with family. And importantly, Japanese elders rarely eat alone. Even a small dish of seaweed or a single miso egg is often shared, because food, in their view, nourishes both body and connection. One of the most powerful aspects of shokiku is how it promotes internal listening. Instead of focusing on external rules, low carb, high protein, calorie counts, it asks, how does this make your body feel? How do your joints respond? How's your energy 2 hours later? This shift in mindset is especially healing for older adults in the West who may feel overwhelmed by conflicting advice. Instead of more rules, shokiku offers rhythm, a sense of peace, and perhaps most importantly, control. It says, you don't need to overhaul your diet. You just need to listen to your body, to tradition, to what makes you feel good, not just for one meal, but for the long walk of life. Imagine replacing your afternoon cookie with a warm miso egg, swapping chips for a few pieces of niboshi, sipping fish broth instead of soda. None of these require major effort, but over time, they create a quiet transformation. Mr. Daichi, age 81, put it simply, when I snack with care, my body listens, my knees feel it, my hands feel it, and my heart feels more at ease. This is the gift of shokiku, not a rulebook, but a rhythm, a return to a gentler kind of strength, one that doesn't push the body, but supports it with every bite. In our final section, we'll bring everything together, and I'll leave you with one simple invitation: to eat with hope, with joy, and with the quiet strength of those who came before us. So much of aging in the Western world is wrapped in fear. Fear of decline, fear of losing independence, fear that each year takes more than it gives. But in Japan, there's a different rhythm, one that honors the body, even as it slows. A belief that aging isn't something to fight, but something to walk with, softly, patiently, one nourishing bite at a time. The 6 snacks we explored today are more than just food. They're small rituals of care, acts of kindness toward your knees, your hips, your swollen feet, toward the body that has carried you through joy, through hardship, through decades of living. And the truth is, healing doesn't have to be loud. It can be a piece of mochi shared with a friend, a warm broth after a walk, a few crispy bites of chicken skin on a quiet afternoon. So wherever you are on your journey, whether you're just beginning to feel the ache or have been living with it for years, I invite you to begin small. Choose one snack, one moment of care, and let it build from there. Before you go, I'd love to hear, which of these Japanese snacks are you most curious to try? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe. There's so much more to explore together.